From the scorching sands of Pokhran to the silent depths of the ocean, witness the rise of a nuclear nation. A power built to defend, deter, and dominate.
India's nuclear strength is not born from the hunger for war, but from the will to protect peace. In 1974, in the deserts of Pokhran, we proved that we could harness the atom not as an act of aggression, but as a declaration of self-reliance. Again, in 1998, Operation Shakti sent a message to the world that India will decide its own destiny.
Today, our triad of nuclear capabilities from land, air and sea stands as an unbreakable shield. Estimates place India's nuclear stockpile at around 180 warheads with delivery systems ranging from short-range missiles like Prithvi to long-range systems like Agni 5. Capable of reaching over 5,000 kilometers. Every missile, every submarine, every warhead is a silent sentinel guarding our sovereignty. We are a nation that believes in dialogue over conflict, but will never kneel before threats.
The Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, signed in 1968, claims three noble objectives: stop the spread of nuclear weapons, promote peaceful nuclear energy, and move towards disarmament. But in reality, it just created two classes of nations: those who tested before 1967, the United States, Russia, the United Kingdom, France, and China, allowed to keep their arsenals, and everyone else permanently barred.
India refused to sign because this is not non-proliferation, it is nuclear monopoly. The very nations that preach restraint have expanded and modernized their own stockpiles, ignoring the treaty's call for disarmament. They control the rules yet break their own spirit of equality. Beyond India's choice, Pakistan and Israel also refused to sign, rejecting a treaty they saw as unjust. North Korea joined, then walked away in 2003. Resuming its nuclear ambitions. Their defense challenges a world order where a few powers claim the right to arm, while others are told to stand disarmed.
For India, surrounded by nuclear armed neighbors and with a history of wars, deterrence is not aggression, it is survival. We believe real peace will come only when disarmament is universal, not when a selected few hold power, while others are told to remain defenseless.
In the 10 years after China's first nuclear test, on October 16, 1964, Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri understood the urgency. India could not remain vulnerable in a nuclearized neighborhood. Reports of threats to Homi J. Bhabha and his sudden death in an air crash on January 24, 1966 added to the urgency. Before that, Bhabha had built India's first nuclear reactor, Apsara, in 1956 and CIRUS in 1960, giving India the capability for both peaceful and defense applications. Shastri quietly approved steps toward nuclear readiness, while Bhabha's vision of self-reliance became the blueprint. Together, they ignited a journey that ensured India would never bow to nuclear blackmail.
On 18th May 1974 at 8 a.m. in the deserts of Pokhran, Rajasthan, India shocked the world with its first nuclear test, codenamed Smiling Buddha. The device, a plutonium implosion type bomb with a yield of about 8 kilotons, was detonated 107 meters underground under the decisive leadership of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The test proved India had mastered nuclear technology not for aggression but for security and self-reliance.
At 15:45 hours, India conducted 3 underground nuclear tests in the Pokhran Lake.
In May 1998, the sands of Pokhran once again trembled, this time with the thunder of 5 nuclear explosions under Operation Shakti, led by Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and engineered by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
From the silent deserts of Pokhran to the guarded chambers of a nuclear command, India's journey has been one of courage, sacrifice, and unshakable resolve. We faced sanctions, threats, and global pressure, yet we stood tall because our freedom is not negotiable. Our nuclear strength is not a weapon of conquest, but a shield for peace. A promise to every Indian citizen that India will decide its destiny. We are a nation forged in fire, guarded by power.